Alrighty. Great. Welcome, everybody. I think we're live. I think it's working, but it does not appear to be working. The microphone seems to be tested. Yeah. All right. I think we're on the air. If you can hear me, great. If you can't, let me know. Or vice versa, I guess. It is Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. We're halfway through Imp-December, where we're drawing imps for bits. Yeah. We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff today. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. I got really worried there all of a sudden because my brush wasn't working. Well, it looks like it. Monica, welcome in. Hello, hello. Start with some rugbies today. We are doing the viewer suggestion today, so if you have not suggested your character for this week, please feel free to add it to the chat and I will put it on the list. Just make sure it follows the rules. No fan arts, no mimics. Please describe your tabletop RPG character in, a full sentence. Preferably including their race and class. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of hang out. Get things going. And draw some fun stuff. Hope everybody's December is going well. People planning trips or doing nice things for yourself towards the end of the year here. Figuring out what you want to do for your New Year's resolution. It is Imp-December, so I think we'll keep doing little Krampus rugbies because they're pretty cute. Oh, I'm drawing on the background. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let's start over here. I guess we can just do a new one down here. There we go. Now we're painting a rugby. So that's gonna be fun. Got the heater turned on. I got some tamales fresh out of the steamer. Should be a pretty good day. We'll see how it goes. Music stop, or is this just a weird quiet song that for some reason will not remove itself from my playlist? This is the weird quiet song. The Mysterious Attraction of Patterns. Alright, that's a song. Sure. Sure. Surprisingly quiet today. We did have kind of a small list, so we might actually get through all of them today. We'll find out. But I think that's just part of being December. Holiday parties, people buying Christmas gifts, everybody's off and about. I know the week of Christmas, I think we're probably going to take off. But we might do some like stuff in Discord. I think that'll be a smart play. I'd be really embarrassed if my microphone just wasn't on this whole time. That would be pretty funny, actually. Seems like we're good. Music might just need a little more volume. Let's turn that up. I'm sure the next song is going to be super loud, though. So what's the hip haps with people today? Any fun new games? Any new characters being played? So that Hasbro fired a bunch of people. That's depressing. I should probably look into that. I'm sure someone will ask me about it today, and I won't have any good info. Yeah. Oh well. Oh. Weird. Weird. Did I accidentally... Oh my gosh. I put this on members only. That's what's going on. Hold on a second. I'm like, why is there nobody on YouTube? That seems very strange. That seems very strange indeed. Let's make that public, and then people can watch. Atomic, welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. That would explain why YouTube did not get prompted to the Discord. There we go. Okay. We're back. We're back, baby. How are you doing today, Atomic? Hope you're doing well. Does anybody else just like drowned their tamales and hot sauce? That's pretty normal, right? I freaking love hot sauce. Gotta get that Cholula, yo. I have a bottle of the green, and I can't find it. And it makes me sad. So I might have to get another one. I bet it's in Jump Rope's lunchbox. That would be my guess. Let's see if people can join the YouTube now. There we go. Western Justice, hello, welcome in. I accidentally set it to members only. Because yesterday was a secret stream. So if you caught that yesterday, good on you. If not, YouTube member. Welcome back. It is Wednesday. We are doing the viewer suggestion. I'm going to finish up my rugby sketch here, and then we'll get right into it. More cramp bees for the day. Cosmic, welcome in. I just got a recommendation for... I don't know what that is. Full Metal the Alchemist? I watched Shin Godzilla over the weekend. That is a weird movie. That is a weird movie to say the least. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, what's up with this movie? And my friend's like, oh, the guy that made Evangelion made that. And I was like, oh. I'm like, it all makes sense. It wasn't bad, but it was slow. There we go. Got a weird penis Godzilla. Federal Medical Leave Act. Oh, got it. Oh, got your recommendation. Got it. Nice. I hope that works out. Would Krampus be Fey? I would argue no. I mean, there's definitely a place to say that yes, Krampus is Fey. And the way I look at it is that Krampus is essentially like a yoked out elf. But at the same time, he has the same kind of rules as a devil or a demon, but it's based in the material plane, which is really interesting. So he's as much Fey as I think he is demon, but he's like a material plane demon, which is kind of cool. Kind of dig that idea. Makes him a little more unique. But I would also argue that Santa is kind of the same way. They're part of the material plane existence, I guess. As much as the Fae are to the Feywild, Krampus is to Christmas, which is weird. So, seasonal material plane elemental. That's where I'm going with it. Yeah. All right. Here we go, I guess. I'd like to add a mutant and mastermind's portal. Portal hero? Okay. A fluffy snow leopard tabaxi that can fashion portals into blades. Can a blade be a portal? That's my question. That seems like two different things. This doorway is also a gun. Can you explain that more? I'll add it to the list. I'm adding it to the list. But can you explain that? Paste. It's on the list. I wonder if the tale of Santa is just a tale of a guy who got Peter Panned into the Feywild and takes care of by Winter Eldrin. That could be. I kind of like that. Happy chaos with swords. Alright, so we have a list here. I have 15 currently on the list. I'm going to roll some dice. I rolled a 3. So the first one we're going to draw today is a kobold based on a hog-nosed snake with sandy earth themes. Okay. Gotta look up a hog-nosed snake real quick. Okay, pointy nose kobold. I can do that. Let's get the color pole up. It can cut most. Hold on. It can cut in most media if it close on you, but it's a type power called portal constructs. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Portal blades. It sounds a little bit like Vorpal blades, but different. So I don't know how that would work. Hog-nosed snake. Kind of chubby, I guess. Kind of chubby, little pointy nose. Let's see what we can do with it. Let's see, it's a kobold, so let's go like orange, brownish. I'm pretty zoomed in here. Let me get out better. There we go. There we go. There was no class or anything. It's just kobold. So, what kind of horns should this thing have? Maybe pointy? Something like that. Is there a reason why the color survey is all white, including text? That sounds like a you should refresh the page type issue. Yeah, that's really weird. Are you on mobile? I did name the attack Vorpal Blade thanks for capturing that person. Says Snicker Snack during cutting something. Got it. Your poles are white and blank boxes for me. That is very strange, Western. I don't know. Mine says it's active. I would refresh the chat. Yeah, and if that doesn't work, I will refresh the poll. I would guess it's a latency thing or something. Like, the server hasn't quite caught up yet. I want a little bit more chunky. A little bit more chunky horns here. No, lower is better. I also got to watch the Scott Pilgrim anime. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. If you had the power to freeze time, would you also mean you could walk on suspended objects as if they were solid? So you can throw a deck of cards, freeze them, and climb up. Oh, that's an interesting question. Are you freezing time for everything or just for the objects? Because I think that's two different things. Because one of them is like Legend of Zelda, Rewinding Time, and the other one is 0 point energy from The Incredibles. Two very different applications. It's like with the 0 point energy thing, I think it arrests momentum. So if you stopped a bullet and then you let it go, does it continue on its trajectory or does it fall? And so I would argue that the 0 point energy thing I think does just stop, disperse, but it doesn't you can't continue a trajectory after that, whereas time stopping technically would let you continue because you haven't arrested the momentum, you've just paused all things. The energy is still there. Have you seen Undead Unlucky? The story is kind of weird and it gets dark. I have not seen that. I don't know what that is. Is that a TV show, a movie? The question is what freezes everything but you. Hope you were naked. Oh yeah, because you get trapped inside your clothes. Is that what you're talking about? Right. Yeah, because another good example of that is talking about being able to remove kinetic energy from a localized environment. So Western Justice, I think that I'm just talking about the thing from The Incredibles, the movie The Incredibles. They called it 0 point energy, which is stupid because he just points at stuff. But it lets him move things around with weightless, which I think is weird. Versus if you look at a good example of that is Quicksilver in the X-Men movies. Kind of in the Flash, but the Flash does it in a stupid way that I don't like as much. And so the issue I have with Quicksilver is that he can choose to grab things and move them, but then he can also walk on things. There's two different things happening there. It's he has the choice of what to amplify with speed and what not to. And that's a little strange. So a bullet being shot at the speed he's going, can he intercept it, or is he still susceptible to the forces that are already being applied? Would it just be pushing it? And it's kind of a force meets force type of thing. So could you throw cards in the air, freeze time? If everything is frozen, that means that you can't move them, and yeah, that's weird. And I would say, yeah, sure, why not? But if you affect things in that time, I would say no. Because then as soon as you touch the card would then be out of that loop and also affected normally the way you would affect it. If a person is shot, they would still move, but they can't move fast. If a bullet was affected, it would slow down, but you would still move. So 0 point energy is kind of more realistic, maybe. In Dead Space, I think one of the other Marvel movies did it with the weird thing is if it's raining and you stop time, can you move through the rain? How much force is it going to be when you're hitting it? It's going to vaporize the water. So. Quicksilver was shot with a bullet. In the Marvel movies, yeah, Quicksilver was really stupid in the Avenger movies. I didn't like the way they had him. But in the X-Men movies, it was really good. They did a really good job with it. I hate to talk about the boys, because I'm upset with the boys. But essentially, if you're moving that fast and you interact with something that's not moving at your speed, you are just going to obliterate it. And so that's kind of the weird. You have to suspend the disbelief for like Quicksilver and such, and the Flash. The Flash, I think, says that like the Speed Force he can wrap the Speed Force around things so it doesn't hurt them. But yeah, the show the boys, yeah. I'm not a big fan. By the laws of physics, everything you touch should catch fire from air resistance. Yeah, exactly. Should catch fire. Or like, so in the movie, I think is it Days of the Future Past? I don't remember. It's one of the newer X-Men movies. Quicksilver, there's a great scene you can watch of him kind of moving through the Xavier School during an explosion. And I think that's one of the best examples of like hyperspeed that I've seen. Because they don't just, like, with the Flash, it really bothers me because they speed up time and then they slow the Flash down and we see him in slow-mo. And it's like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, I honestly haven't finished. I think I'm on, like, episode 2. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the whole premise. So, they like to be spectacles and go over the top for going over the top's sake. And I'm not a big fan of that. Look at the Flash on as he moves so fast in real life, he would actually cause nuclear blasts. Yeah, and so they talk about that a little bit, about the Speed Force allowing him to do that stuff. But yeah, so people outside of the Speed Force, he can grab them and move them, but they have no like recollection of it because it happens so fast. And so he'll pick them up and drop them, and then they'll have the same amount of momentum as they had before. Because he has to, like, I guess he speeds them up and then slows them down in a way that doesn't kill them, which should be really hard. And in the X-Men movie, he does that. Like, he, like, braces these people's necks and then, like, slowly, gently sets them down places. But, like, to them, they're getting, like, bleh, just, like, liquefied. If we analyzed every superpower, a few things would make sense. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, that's you have to, what is it, have to something disbelief. Suspend your disbelief, yeah. Whiplash, it's like 1,000-fold. So, that's kind of what you have to do. You have to suspend your disbelief and decide how that works. So if you're saying your character, this is a very long roundabout answer, I guess. If you're saying that your character can stop all of time, then yeah, I'd say you could run on the cards. Because, like, you're imparting the amount of force required to push this card at that speed. As long as that's more than your weight, you could stand on it, and it would slowly sink. It might obliterate the card, but I would assume you could say, I can stop time, and then you can just, do whatever. Alright, we want to do some snake texturing on here. They're just so chunky. They're just little chunky boys. Teleporting would leave a vacuum everywhere you leave. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I saw a video of Omni-Man and Superman talking crap to each other while Homelander just laughed and then turns into a fight where the Cyberman gets and blasts them away. Yeah, I mean, you can't do those kind of fights. Like, there's been a handful. I used to read Wizard Comics. Was it Wizard Comics? That sounds right. But it was about comic books. And comic books and collecting cards and stuff. And they would always have every month, they would have like, they'd pit two people together. Like I remember like Indiana Jones versus Lara Croft. And they eventually did a Superman versus Goku thing. But like it's all academic because the rules of the universes don't match up. So like, are they fighting in which universe and whatnot? There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with that. Alphas kind of did a well scaled back sense. I decided mongoose would be terrifying to kobold communities. I mean, maybe, but I mean, like kobolds are little tiny dragon people, so they might be able to deal with a mongoose. They deal with people. Deal with adventures. They're just kind of weak. I'm making this a little Godzilla now. A little Godzilla kobold. I mean, mongooses are kind of terrifying to people, though, I guess, too. Like, if you piss them off, or they get rabid, they eat your face. It's not good. Nobody wants that. Add a few more dark patches here. What should we give him for like a suit? Should you just be a naked boy, or should we give him like a? There was no class, so because there was no class. Metro Man? I don't know Metro Man. What's that from? A onesie. He's just chilling wearing pajamas. That would cover up the scales. I want like a... I'm gonna give him like a belt. Alright, you know what? We'll do the onesie. The onesie sounds funny. Let's do it. Put a little pig on the front. Don't know what this is, but here it is. Here it is. We did it. All right. See, you have a preference for marshmallow-shaped kobolds. Well, I mean, it's the hognose snake. The hognose snake is pretty squat. It's a pretty squat snake. Looks a little like that. That's an albino one, but it's just easy to see the shape on that. Let's give them some more defined scales, maybe. Toga. Kobolds should be slightly Roman. I don't understand the Roman memes right now. Everybody wants the Roman stuff. I don't get it. I think somebody said it has something to do with goth mommies, but I still don't quite understand. Has it happened? Am I so old now that the memes just don't make any sense to me? What's hip? Isn't hip anymore. I used to be with it, but then what is with changed. It'll happen to you. No irises would likely help with sneakiness. Just big old eyeballs. Cool. We'll give them some shiny bits. How's that? Snakes lack the part of the brain that gives empathy. They literally can't physically love anyone. Bummer. I'm just here for the warmth. Is that true for all reptiles or just snakes? Alligators don't need no loving. All they know is bite, bite, bite. Okay, I'm moving on to the next one. What color are we doing? Blue? Did blue win? It did. All right. Hello. Beyond T-Bold? Yeah. That's pretty good. I like that, actually. Well, yeah, the music was way too quiet. We'll give that a go. All them teeth and no toothbrush. That's why they're so ornery. Okie dokie. Well, let's roll some dice. For those of you just joining us, we are doing the viewer suggestion today. If you have not suggested a character this week on the community post or in the chat, you can do so now. And we roll some dice, and we draw what shows up. That's how this works. I rolled a 12. Triton Ranger, Horizon Walker from the deep, darkest parts of the ocean. That sounds pretty cool. What is a Horizon Walker? I don't know that one. A Horizon Walker, eh? When a snake has made its way up to you, it's not for a hug. It's to see if you fit inside its belly. Just has a little check. Horizon Walker Conclave. Walkers guard the world against the threats that originate from other planes. Ooh! I like that. I like that a lot. Do Tritons have the fishtails? I want them to have the fishtails. I'm gonna give them a fishtail. Might not even get to the fishtail. We'll find out. See how much space we have. I got the DM and player core yesterday. I'm very excited. Gotta start playing some Pathfinder in the Discord or something. He's a ranger. So I don't know if this pose will make total sense. I want him to be very tall. I want to be able to like look out. He's not worried about being attacked up close. He's always watching. Pet a wild small noodle snake that tried to wrap up my leg. Nice. Yeah, Tom, if you have a suggestion, just put it in the chat. You don't have to. And there's the loud music. Saw a video where a guy kept all these dangerous snakes as pets, and he had a video where he looked at his pet boom slaying. Turns around and looks back to him. Tries to bite him. Yeah. Snakes only make great pets if they're not venomous and you treat them well. A hungry snake is a dangerous snake. Half-orc, Inquisitor, and heavy armor. With a lightning bow. Okay. On the list it goes. One of these days I'm going to make a spear ranger. One of my friends is playing the one in Baldur's Gate 3, and it works really well. I don't play a lot of 5e these days. And I just got new Pathfinder books, so maybe I'll try to make one in Pathfinder. The only one that loves playing dolls, your friends call you a furry since you started playing them. I mean, no, people play them all the time. They're great. Does that make you a furry? I don't know. It's not for me to decide. I do know lots of furries that you play dolls. But that's, you know, it's only one point of contact. How is Noel classified as a furry? Don't Google that, James the cat boy. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, big anthro hyena. I think that's the best way to respond to that. My first character in Evil Campaign was a Knoll, but I just played him like everything he kills, he eats later. That makes sense. You can do that with lizard folk too. I really like playing lizard folks that just like see everything as food. That's fun. A gnome troll hybrid? No, James. No, they're giant hyenas. Lauren, hello, welcome in. Is this one where you can comment suggestions, or are you working commissions right now? Yeah, this is a viewer suggestion stream. So yeah, if you have a character you're welcome to suggest it, I'll put it on the list. Zoria Star, hello, welcome in. How are you today? There's a scale going from human and some animal features to just shy of bees. Yeah, I think I've talked about that a lot in my videos. Not specifically related to to the furry community, but like just in general when you're drawing animals. Like you have to decide how anthropomorphic you want something to be. Like, are you playing a bear that acts like a human, or are you playing a human that has bear traits? Like, there's a huge spectrum of that, and like, I think the whole like, am I a furry? Are you a furry? Thing like that's it's a subculture thing. Like I wore a lot of black clothes, but I was never really into the goth scene. That makes sense. So, would someone from an outside perspective say, "Hey, that's a goth kid"? Maybe. But like I had goth friends, and I did not dress like them or act like them. But I'm making gifts. Nice. That's super exciting. That is super exciting. Making anything cool? Hold on 1 second. 1 second here. Why is Switch being such a butt right now? What are you doing? I'm trying to give you a shout out, Zoria, and it's just being a pain. I don't know what's going on. There we go. I hope that worked. We'll see if that worked. We'll see if it works this time. Yeah, I would love to see the stuff you come up with. You probably want to save it till after I'm painting by numbers for Bro, and I thought of myself it would be easy. That's awesome. That sounds really cool. I would love to see that when you're done. But I also understand maybe share it after Christmas. In Soviet Russia, brownies eat you. That's pretty funny. You're not a furry. You just played a big cat. Chaos and always hungry. Yeah. Hyenas are great. I always say hyenas instead of gnolls, but Hyenas are also funny. Gnolls are good. Gnolls are a good scary race to play for D&D and stuff. Brutal. Big, brutal, and scary. And they're great when you like... I love... Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I love playing like goblin encounters and just throwing like 1 or 2 gnolls in there. Like it's always a good time. Bugbears are good for that too, but yeah. How many of them are human and non-animal based? I don't know if that's fair. Because, like... Yeah. I don't think there should be tests. That's kind of where I'm getting at, Cosmic. I think the last, like, 3 or 4 characters I've played have been either Kunrasu or Garans. So, is that a thing? Is there a furry subtype for that? Where you like to play plants? More so if you have an attraction to them. See, that's where I think it gets a little... wishy-washy. Maybe I should have done this helmet to look like a shark. That could be kind of cool. I like this idea. I'm going to try this out. Like a wood-carved shark helmet. That doesn't make any sense, but I like it. To be frank, you wouldn't play something you weren't attracted to. I mean, maybe that might just be you, Cosmic. I know a lot of people that play things that are... They're plant furry hybrids. That I did not know about. Well, maybe I did. That sounds vaguely familiar. Being a furry is more about you see yourself as an anthropomorphic character versus a person. That, I don't know, that might be a different thing. I think unfortunately, like, once again, since this is a, I think the thing, it counts as a subculture, and like it's not readily defined one specific way, and everybody kind of has their own input to it. So that's why I don't think you should lean to like tests or asking people if they are. It's something that if you want to be a part of that community, you do. You are that community. And otherwise you don't try to force it on people or classify it in one specific way. Taxonomy is never 100% out of the realm of interpretation. Yeah, I think you just don't worry about it so much. That's the biggest thing I can say to you guys. Draw what you like to draw, play what you like to play. If people give you a hard time, tell them to go fuck themselves. That's all there is to it. If people want to gatekeep the furry fandom, that's their thing. If people want to use it as an insult, you know, fuck them. It's the best advice I can give you. I'm drawing real slow today because I'm reading chat, which I enjoy. I enjoy reading chat, so. Freeze widely accepted. If you say you are, and if you say you're not, you're not. I mean, Dan from Game Grumps, he got a lot of peer pressure. So who knows? Who knows? Generalizations are generally just bad, which I know is stupid. You know, only Sith deal in absolute. It's like, no, that's not how that works. For most things. Most things need to be more specific when discussing them. People generally don't fit into neat little boxes. Right. Thank you, Corvus. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, the furry community is not very gatekeepy. I know people that are. And people, like, want to define everybody. But, like, that's not the norm, you know? Not the norm I've seen. So yeah, like I said, don't worry about it. You came in hot with the my friends call me a furry. It's like, cool. Like, if you're not mad about it, then leave it. It's fine. If you are mad about it, tell them you don't like it. One of these days, I'm going to see if a bow can fire underwater. I assume the fall off would be very bad, but I still want to try it. Spear guns, right? I mean, like, spear guns work. Bri, welcome in. Hello, everybody. Cowboy hat. Bow fishing. Yeah, I've been bow fishing. Like, it's a little weird, but like that's surface level. Like I want to go like completely underwater. I want to go completely underwater. I've just learned Sith and Mind Flayers are both in absolute. Into absolute vodka? Did you just ask your answer? Hold on a second. Did you set up your own pun, or did you actually come up with a secondary joke after the fact? I have to know. Suggestions from me: a water genasi swarm keeper ranger with a swarm of magical jellyfish. That's cool. I like that idea. It's on the list. I only fish off docks. I hate being in the water. Like, just being on the water or in the water? Because, like, yeah, I'm not into the, like, fly fishing thing where you gotta go wade out. I guess you can also regularly fish in, like, waders. I'm very much like a be on the dock, be on a boat. I haven't gone fishing in probably, oh God, it's been 10, 15 years now. You think a crossbow would work fine underwater? Yeah, they might. The poundage is there, definitely, and that might be the thing. Like I said, I think it would work. I think it just I think you because of the water resistance, you're gonna lose. You're gonna have a faster drop off. I think that's what you're gonna have. The biggest problem is that water puts weight on the arrow. Yeah. I think, because the other thing I think there was a problem with is, like, the reason spear guns are the way spear guns are is because there's water resistance on the string as well. And I think there might be something about, like, possibility of snapping the bow underwater. And that's why spear guns are usually rubber tubes, like use rubber bands, basically giant slingshot versus a bow. Yeah, because you're not also, you're fighting resistance of the arms straightening, the bow string pulling, and the arrow. So there's probably a lot of kinetic drop off there. I'm not the type of person to freak out at a shark. Like on the video of the dude clinging to the boat, the whale shark swims up. I can't swim. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of, hey, you don't know how to swim, that's fine, let's go on a boat. That seems like a bad idea to me. But at the same time, like, if you fly in an airplane, you can't fly, so there's an argument to be made both ways. We need more life jackets for airplanes. You just turn into a giant, like, foam bubble. This guy was supposed to be a Horizon Warden, so maybe I should give him a shield? That could be pretty cool. Definitely wouldn't want to have fletchings on the arrows. Ooh, yeah, because that would just cause more drag, wouldn't it? Ooh. Do you need spiraled rifling in water? I guess not. You kind of just want to push it straight through, wouldn't you? Because harpoons are just points with a hook versus an arrow. Man, fluid dynamics is really cool. I don't want to do the math on that, though. You can't swim due to being unable and due to deep water fear. Gotcha.
I need healing.
Thank you, Zora. We are hanging out today on YouTube and Twitch. I did give Zora a shout out for people on Twitch. Go check them out. Really cool paintings. If you have something you'd like me to share on YouTube, let me know. I can put a post over there as well. But yeah, fear of drowning and fear of creatures in the water, I suppose. Yeah. Ooh. I used to go boating. Punch it. I used to go boating in Idaho and all these different little lakes that were there, and it would suck because sometimes you would go somewhere and you'd like crash water skiing, and there would be seaweed like just coming up high enough to touch your feet. It's just like, I hate it. I know it's seaweed. I don't like it. I don't like things touching my feet. That was always really freaky. It's also sturgeon in Idaho, so that's a little weird. Big old fish. Do Cabela's all over the world have their like indoor aquariums, or is that just a like Pacific Northwest thing? Is that pretty standard? Do people have Cabela's where they are? I assume Cabela's is huge. I think it's nationwide. How about smash or pass D&D races? Like me do that? I think the people have done videos like that, right? I don't know where I would start with that. Because really, like, the whole, like, smash and pass on Pokemon is super weird to me. Because it's like, that's Pokemon. But like D&D, it's just like, I don't know, are they cool? Like they're all people at the end of the day, so I guess I just smash everything. Is that how that would work? I'm not sure how. Or chat just for fun. I'd need like a dating profile for each of the just the different. I see this goblin is an accountant. That's interesting. Is it MBA? I was trying to think of what's the like CPA? Financial planners. I was trying to say that the goblin had a financial planner degree, but I couldn't remember what the term was. Male Anthro-Wolverine barbarian with 2 big war knives. I can put that on the list. A Wolverine barbarian. I like that idea. Is it a werewolverine or is it like a Wolverine folk? Because werewolverine sounds terrifying. I've been drawing this one for far too long. I need to move on. But this has been a fun little concept. I like the idea that because they're underwater, they can basically like shoot javelins. So we're gonna put a whole bunch of spears. Just thought of the funniest idea for a character: a French knoll that makes fine cuisine with people's corpses. Is that funny? Like, I don't want to like discourage your idea. I've drawn that a few times. Like, I think that's pretty normal. Maybe not the French thing. People keep asking me for French-made knolls, which is a little strange. But I think that's a meme that I missed again. But yeah, I've had a handful of knoll cooks, like bakers. The bakers are really funny, and then I think also partially because like I think what's the knoll from World of Warcraft? Hogger? Was that right? There's been a few things where he's a cook, so maids are a meme. Okay, yeah. I can see goblins' low survival rate translating into low self-esteem in current day. That seems like a stretch. I like the idea that goblins have a low survival rate because they are like rabbits. Like, there's just billions of them and they don't care. French is just funny. I should know I'm French. Gotcha. Okay. I feel like chat is trying to get spicy, and I'm not on board. Let's try to keep things on the up and up. Okay, I'm done with this one. Let's move on. I'm just noodling now at this point. Honey Badger Shift, who is a coward until he transforms. Just like complete polar opposites. Doing a red color for the next one. If people on Twitch would like to add to the poll, you're very welcome to. Is on YouTube. We're just deciding what pen color to use next. Goblin construction worker with an Italian accent that just shouts about safety issues. That's pretty good. Hey, watch that boom. Where's your hard hat? I think people just like the idea of bringing creativity to otherwise wild animals. Oh, civility. No, it's possible. I mean, I think something that I've run into a lot with people creating new races, especially like animal races, is that they kind of it's really easy to start and make something too tropey when you're creating an entire race or class of things, right? So it's kind of the George Lucas every planet is one biome. Like, this is a desert planet. This is an ocean planet. It's like, planets can have multiple things. Like, that's fine. And same thing with cultures. Like, so if you want to make a whole race of honey badgers, like, just make it like a normal group of people. And then if you want to have one that's, like, very stereotypically a honey badger, that's great. Do that. I rolled a 6. Let's see what we're doing. A bronze bull minotaur barbarian brawler bro. Hope everyone's having a great December. No, so far. Bronze bull minotaur barbarian? Okay. Metal bull man. Here we go. Yep. I had a pretty good conversation with one of my friends who was writing like a JRPG, or maybe it wasn't JRPG. It's like an anime dating sim based off of JRPGs. I think is what he was trying to make. And he gave me his character list. I'm like, these are just tropes. Like, all of these are tropes. He's like, yeah, I mean, like, that's how you write anime. And I was like, huh. And like, the more we talked about it and we looked at it, it's like there's a lot of like one note anime characters. Like, there's also a lot of great anime characters, but like, it's very traditional to have all the different stereotypes and tropes. And when you're not writing about it, you don't really think about it. But then when you are writing, it's like, no, we need each of these things to make the anime feel like an anime. It's like, huh, I don't know. I never would have thought of it that way. So. Anyway, it's just tropes I can confirm, yeah. Which doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing, but it's a type of writing style, I think, that that can feel very, very like very strange to someone who's not used to the format. And it's not just an anime thing. Like, there are tons of shows where people are just tropes, and it's like, ugh, yuck. But with anime, like, the characters just don't have a lot of development time. In another world with insert text. It's a fun and familiar style. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's the tropes. The tropes have kind of are there for a reason. And it's so that people can basically jump into an anime and be like, "Oh yeah, I know this person." Like, it's an easy way to build. Like, instead of having to have character growth, it's just like, and this person is that, and it's just like, oh, got it, okay. That's the overprotective ex-boyfriend type thing. It works the same thing with like romance comedies and stuff. I reincarnated as my gag character. I don't get that. Yeah, see, the whole orc conflict thing, like, I think that has to be based in your universe. So, it's like the whole argument that had to be made with the WotC books. We talk about this all the time, but I'll do a quick recap. With the WotC books being, like, the orcs are a warlike race, and it's like, well, that's the opinion of the person writing that book. And I think that the conversations about that started really coming out with some of the newer editions. Like Mordenkainen's tome is supposed to be written in the voice of Mordenkainen. Like, that's great. That's really cool, because then you have these books that are basically being told by in-world characters about what they see, but it doesn't mean they have the whole picture. And I think that's important to remember. That's a real manga. Okay. I just found your Minotaur video and I loved it. I just started a D&D game with my friends and a buddy and never DM'd before, and we're loving it. That's really good. That's fun. You're in luck. We're drawing another Minotaur. I'm supposed to make this one out of metal. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. I'm thinking maybe giant, kind of like unnecessarily large horns. But yeah, I'm glad you found the video and welcome in. I really like the Minotaur video. Playing large-sized creatures, I think, is really fun. It's really fun, and it can add a lot of dynamics to your game. And if you just say no, don't do that, you miss out. You miss out on a bunch of stuff. Someone got reincarnated as a vending machine. Oh boy. Started out the orc in L4 started because someone didn't go to a wedding. It could be. If only WotC agreed with you on large characters. Yeah, and it's interesting because like Pathfinder kind of did it the same way as the last edition for 2E. They looked at they went a little more cautious, and what they did is essentially there's no fly speeds. There are no, even if a character like looks like they should have wings, there's no fly speeds. Pretty much everything is small or medium. But then what they did is they put a caveat in there that like, if you want to be a large-sized creature or if you want to give flying, it's completely at the discretion of your GM. And that's so that when anybody picks up the books, rules as written will keep things balanced and fair, and then the DM basically has to give you approval to have those things. And so I that's the same thing in 5e. Like, homebrew is completely legitimate. You can do that in 5e, and it works just fine. And that's kind of my argument with, the Minotaur video, or the Pixie video too. You just the parts where it started breaking is when people try to use it to get one over on the DM, or just so that they have something that's a little more powerful than the campaign is designed for. So. I think I accidentally made this look like a pig. Why doesn't this look like a cow? What have I done wrong here? Since it's a big brass bowl, I think the nose ring is appropriate. You can't milk those. Why does he say those? That kind of weirds me out. It's a League of Legends quote. I don't get it. All I want in my D&D campaigns is for my choices to matter. I mean, that's a pretty low bar. But I also have been in games myself where that is, if you get railroaded too hard, it's kind of bland. Curved back horns look more goat. Oh, is that what I've done? Yep, you're right. You are right. Let's see if we can make some sweet bull horns. Definitely my next right now. Playing an Astro Monk Wild Magic Sorcerer Tiefling that's chubby. Nice. With a homebrew game as well. Very cool. Ooh, if he's made out of metal, his hair just be like saw blades. That could be cool. He's a brawler, so we probably don't need any armor. We could get him spiked armor, though. That could be fun. Corvus is playing a character in Pathfinder with spiked armor. That turned out to work. That worked out really well. Oh, you want to grapple? That's fine. You take damage. You think it's a low bar? Yeah, I mean, it's a low bar for games. Like, it's a low bar that doesn't get hit sometimes. But, like, the core thing that makes a game fun, to me, and, like, this is my opinion for video games and everything, is, like, player agency. The more choices you have to affect the game, the better. And that comes with, like, character creation and leveling up and choices. When a game is just, cough, cough, League of Legends again, where it's just, like, this is what your character's going to be at level 5, and there's no other thing you can do about it. Like, that's boring. It's boring to me. League of Legends gets away with it a little bit because there are so many characters, and you get to choose the order in which you level things up. So, like, that's their bare minimum for me. Is like, yeah, that's there. It's enough. But, like, anything less than that is really boring to me. And so that's been some of my struggle with 5e in the past, is just feeling like I don't have enough options, which is why I started homebrewing and why I started making videos about homebrewing, because it makes the game better. More choices equal more fun for me. But I know that's not the case for everybody. Quite a funny way to attack, actually. You have a spiked armor and you hug your opponent really tight. Yeah, absolutely. That's how that works. There's a few different ways to look at spiked armor, whether it's an additional attack, like when you grapple somebody, you get to do bonus damage, or if they attack you, like retaliatory thorns. So, like, if they attack you with a natural or unarmed attack, they take damage. I like that too. Thorn builds are really fun to me. I like that kind of concept where it's very passive. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do in video games and in 5e, but it's worthwhile, I think. I agree, which is why it hurts when things in the rules get vetoed by the DM. Well, Cosmic, I mean, that's that goes back to the DM has the absolute, like, the final say, because they're building the world. So, not all people work for all games. Not all characters work for all games. That's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. It's like the most important thing for DMing is that you are consistent and you are like confident about it and consistent. Because if you're very wishy-washy or you just constantly don't know what's supposed to be happening, like, that's when people get frustrated. Yeah. How many explosions can cook a black dragon kobold sorcerer? How many explosions? Like, is that like one of those, like, how many times do you have to slap a steak to cook it questions, but with fireballs? Because you'd have to have enough explosions to kill it, because it doesn't count as an object until it's dead. I know, rules is written. That sounds gross, but that's rules is written. Once you're a corpse, you're an object. And then unattended objects can be lit on fire with explosions. So you have to equate their hit points. And then you can make kobold steaks with fireballs. Why do I know this? Because my players have questions. The kobold explosion is a continuation of above. Oh, did I miss one? Played in a game where a character and other players playing 420 female Haragon Artificer. Okay. And before I heard the weight, I made a joke that a rabbit looked like my kobold. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know where to take that comment, so I want to walk away from it. Isn't kobold immune to fire or something? Aren't particularly fire resistant. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, you can if you... I think you can get some of the dragon resistances if you take them. Like, there's an option for that. Like, you take your dragon lineages, but I think that mostly would come if you were like a draconic sorcerer. You'd have to go from there. See if we can make this guy look a little bit more metallic. Then we'll move on to the next one. We'll give him like a iron jaw.
Oh, 420 pounds. I thought you were trying to make like a 420 Blaze It Pyromancer Herringon rabbit. I was very confused. You made Big Chungus. Like, yeah, I've had somebody try to make Big Chungus. Yeah, exactly. I got very confused with that.
What if we just cover this guy in spikes? I think that's the way to do it. Metal is an elemental plane now, right? I gotta go bust out my book. The elemental plane of metal, where everything rusts and decays. I kind of want to make him look like Colossus. I might do that. I might just give him the cabling. I don't know what you want to call Colossus's weird living metal skin thing, but I think it's just organic steel. But he looked like this, so we're gonna go like that. Yeah, the Herringon video I did was pretty funny, but I based it a lot more on the Viera and Final Fantasy than on whatever it is that D&D was trying to do with them. I went my own direction, as I am wont to do.
I don't know if people have noticed on the bottom right of the screen, but I am doing a commission sale for the next week. Basically doing pretty much half price for most things.
Because I have quite a few open slots for December. Been kind of a slow month, which is fine. But yeah, if people would like to get tokens or character portraits or anything like that, I'm going to try to bust those out in the next week or two. So feel free to contact me on Discord if you'd like to get something done on the cheap. I'll probably only be doing that until Christmas, and then call it there, depending on how many we get.
Never heard of the plane of metal Earth, yes? Yeah, I think it's the Pathfinder. So Pathfinder basically renamed all their stuff. And so now they have the elemental planes. Like, there's a whole bunch of them. I think there's the same. They just restructured them. They might have added a few new ones. The first character in my first D&D game was a Herringon monk. Love jumping and kicking people in the face. That's pretty good. I thought of the Herrigan rogue, possibly warlock, that was just assuming from Zoro. That'd work too. I like that. The Zoro rabbit.
If you're on YouTube, there should be a link down below for the Discord. If not, please let me know. I think I'm done with this metal boy. I think we're done here. I want to make this look more like a saw blade, but... There we go. That's what I needed. Need a little bit of more flexibility. I assume this was for Bionic. If it wasn't, sorry. If it was, I hope you enjoy it. The only Haragon I want to play was loosely based on Runesmith's Logan's Lich Rabbit Folk. I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. I did the Harengon video because Male Vieira's and Final Fantasy had just been released. So everyone was going boy bunny crazy. And I was like, yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Sounds like a good time to do it. Okay, I'm done with this one. Rabbit, I cast jump, DM questioning the physics. It's just math. It's just math, I've done it. Take all your jump stats, and your strength, and your athletics, and then times it by 2. Or is it 4? I don't remember now. I rolled a 7. From Changeling the Lost, which I believe is a tabletop RPG. Fairest, who represents the beauty of both darkness and light. So we have a darkness and light fey elf, I think. I had to look this up earlier when I saw it, because I was like, what is this? What color are we doing? Blue? Blue sounds good. I had an idea for a kobold. I don't think there's a way to convey the concept in a drawing. Then convey it in writing? I don't know. Drawing is not always the best medium. You're correct. Start a poll. Da 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 ba do ba do ba do. Do 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 do. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. I have to get going to sleep. Thank you all for time. Have a good night. Yeah, Bernard, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome in. We'll see you next time. We'll be back on Friday to finish these up, so you're welcome to join us then. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So it's a dark and light elf, essentially. That's what the fairest is. The fairest are elves. So I think we're gonna do like a split. I think we're gonna do like a split down the middle sketch. I do love drawing me some elf girls, so see if we can draw a very elegant, beautiful one. I should probably go fill up my water glass. And it's not quite 1 o'clock yet. Should we actually split her down the middle? Like have a dark side and a light side? Or should we just have it be kind of asymmetrical?
while ago. Maybe we'll do like a bun. I think her ears would be more down with her head tilted back like that. I'm a big fan of the like large eared elves. I'm gonna bring the hair down. I do also want to make this like very fey, so I might get a little weirder with it. Oh, my spine. Posture check myself. I've got a fun idea. Roll 4 numbers and then have a poll for chat to choose next characters, but keep us out of the loop on who is who for the role. I'm confused. So I have like, we just have you guys, you want to pick the numbers we're using for the next roll? Is that what you're trying to get at? Okay, I think I see what you're saying. So I roll 4 times, and then you guys choose which one we pick. That way I'm still rolling the numbers randomly. But you guys have more agency in it. We could try that. With a melting smile? Like delirium? I don't know delirium from Binding of Isaac. It's been a while. Still a white box? Yeah, I don't know what to do about that, because I've restarted the poll like 5 times. So I'm not sure what's causing that. It's got to be on YouTube's end, because people are voting. Like, people are voting, and I'm putting up new polls. No, I don't know what I can do about that. I'm sorry. I would say hit the button, contact YouTube about that. It might be a browser issue too.
Maybe try jumping into on incognito, or just like use Firefox or something if you're using Chrome, or vice versa, just to see if it is actually YouTube or if it's your browser. It's the only thing I can think of for troubleshooting. Could be dark setting? Oh, maybe. The Paladin Fencer is a fun idea. I feel like that doesn't get touched enough. I have a few people who have done the commissions for like swashbucklers, but they usually go warlock for some reason. I don't know why. I've seen a lot of warlock swashbucklers. So the Paladin, I like that. Kind of very musketeer-y. Look definitely makes that build function better. Oliver, welcome in. I guess you can't hear me, but that's fine. It was the dark screen. I flipped colors and I could see the pole, but I hate how bright it is now. Sorry to hear that. Furbolg Druid named Wholesome Druid. Named Wholesome Gary. I think I kind of got that. I'll put it on the list. Dave the Orc is a great character, by the way, in Rat Queens. I think he's a druid. What just happened? There we go. Maybe we'll do like a big poofy sleeve. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Oh my god, look how long this arm is. This arm is ridiculously long. Hold on. We gotta fix this. I want her to be a little fey. This is a little too much fey. It's like hag length arms. Oh man. I want to make a slippery paladin rather than the Templar Knight. Yeah, you can do that. Doing a late stream today? I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably try to go probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. What was one of your favorite D&D runs? I did a little while ago, I did a Patreon campaign called the Tower of Ashfont. There's a few of the episodes up on YouTube. But I did finish writing that campaign out, and I ran it with a few other people, and yeah, I was happy with that one. That was a really good one. I've got a pretty good one for Pathfinder that I like to run for people, called what do I call that one? I can't remember now. Oh, the Crypts of Sarenrae. That's a really fun one. That one's a little more. A little more thinky. Like the other one is very arcadey. It was designed so that people could jump in and out. So the people playing usually have a couple different characters that they jump between. But yeah, so I've written 2 campaigns. One about a evil tower and one about it's kind of like a dungeon dive in this little city. So those are usually what I run with. If you can scratch their ankle standing up, their arms are too long. Yeah. That's a little too long. We're going to make this side just feathers. It is 1 o'clock. So I think what we're going to do is I'll try this Western Justice, since this is your suggestion. I'll pull down the color poll now. And I'll put up the dice numbers, and then you guys can vote on that. And then I'm going to go get a drink. Fill up my water glass, take a quick break, and then we'll be back and we'll pick the numbers, and we'll go from there for the next one. How does that sound? That way I can give you guys a little bit of time to vote. Sad, we'll get everybody a blue pen, which I think is funny. The dice doesn't like this idea. It rolled off the table and went to a 1, so we'll just do that. Okay, now I'm rolling the same number multiple times, so that's weird. The dice gods don't like it when I do this, apparently. Tower of Draga? I haven't heard of that one. It was made into a show, and I'm sad that they never expanded the floors to a long-running show. Interesting. Got a Rookzer0, no problem, Cosmic. Thanks for hanging out. A nat 1. Yeah, I rolled 2 nat 1s, so I feel like that it should just be the next one we draw, but we'll see if the people disagree with the dice gods. I'm going to take a quick break and refill my water glass, and I'll be right back, everybody. Hang tight.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, it's December. Welcome back, everybody.
You get slow. It gets slow around December. Just fewer people online. Noticed a lot of the viewers just kind of hang out during their workday and stuff, and so when people get busy and go on vacation. It is what it is.
Oh, cursed waffles Wednesday.
I need to work on my costume design. Bustiers and corsets are great. I just can't draw them very well. I need more visual knowledge in my brain. Yeah, Western, don't worry about entertaining the group. That's my job. Just sit back and hang out. Hanging out in chat is the best way to engage. Well, liking, commenting, and sharing. It's also a good one, but...
Twitch is kind of the other one. Like, I don't know how many people are on Twitch right now. Let's see how many people are on Twitch. 2. Twitch has been very, very slow for me in the last few weeks. I'm coming back. I'm not sure what I could do besides link the channel to other D&D chats. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, sharing the videos, I think, are the best parts.
Just, The weird thing about YouTube is, like, the engagement is almost not as important as... How do I say this? Let me say this the right way. True engagement is not actually as important as just engagement. Like, the algorithm looks at how many times something was shared and how many times people clicked on a link. Like clicked on the thumbnail versus did people stay to watch the video and like are people talking about it anywhere else, right? So it's really weird. It's a really, really weird system. People seeing a thumbnail and not clicking on it is actually, I think, like worse than someone clicking on the video and not watching it, which seems really weird to me. And that's how we have 5-minute crafts, because like the content isn't as important as the clickbaity ability of it. But you know what? That don't really matter. We are just going to keep drawing fun stuff. And if people want to hang out with us, they're welcome to. Some of the most popular videos I've had is because somebody like started a stink in the chat. And it just drove engagement up. So like comments on videos, super, super helpful.
I know what everyone I tell is uninterested in. That's all right. That happens. Speed draw shorts or challenges? I don't know what I would do with that. I like the shorts I'm doing. Little kobold animations and stuff. That's fun. I'm very interested in finding people that like the content. So I'm not so worried about, you know, it'd be awesome if I could hit. I would just hit 10,000 subs, which is great. Like, that's really good. But I feel like those are the people that watch the videos, so I'm okay with that. Whereas on TikTok, I got like 5,000 subscribers or something, or followers from one video. 30,000? I don't remember what it is. But like, none of them watch my stuff. It was just one video that popped it off like that. So the active engagement is great, and I love that, and I want that. But like the actual yeah, like 4,000 followers on TikTok, but it doesn't mean anything. Random question. I'm still new to D&D. Or can goblins have tails? Goblins can have tails if they are, I mean, yes, like, you can have anything you want. Like, don't worry about that. If you think goblins should have tails, give them tails. There is an argument for them to have tails if they are fey goblins, which D&D 5e, currently I don't think they are. Older editions have had them being more fey in nature, and like traditionally in our folklore, goblins are kind of fey in nature. So I would say, yeah, go for it. There's someone online on TikTok, I think, not TikTok, on Twitch that oh my god, Twitter that I follow that draws all their goblins with tails, and they're really cute. Got to do some TikTok dances to attract those kids, yeah. I find that vote character fun, though. I lose interest after a while, so having fun things to do with was fun. Thanks for giving it a try. Sure. The Barghasts, yeah, Barghasts I think have tails, and they're goblinoids. Barghasts are werewolf goblins, though, like demon werewolf goblins. So I don't know if it's weird or less weird that they have tails. What is this music? What are we listening to right now? Sweet Jiba. I don't know if this is better. I don't think this is better. Face melting dubstep, huh? Sure. I kind of just want chill. I kind of just want chill music. Hold on a second. Chill bass? Chili bass? That'll work. Okay, I think I'm done with this lady. Maybe I'll darken up this side. Let's try this. Let's add another layer. Let's do something like this. Let's just give this side a little more shadows. A little more shading. And then I didn't really get her hair in here like I wanted to, but it's like we're watching a tech channel now. Oh yeah, don't take candy from Faye. Well, it was nice knowing you. Best of luck. Maybe someday they'll release you and you can rejoin society. But you have to live in the Feywild now. That's how that works. Raw and 5e, your wild shapes benefits from class features and racial features. 2004 rules and Battlegrounds 3 say nope. Yeah, there's a lot of people abusing that. There was a lot of confusion about like casting spells, and I think for the most part I would still allow some of it, because like sneak attack with a cat, that makes total sense to me. But sneak attack with a dragon, that's a little far-fetched. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with this one. So what number did we pick? I think we went with 1. Yeah. Laser Eagle Druid? Sun Soul Monk. So what, you're gonna like punch with the eagle claw? Is that the intent? That's not. I think that's kind of cool. You could definitely do that. All right, we're doing the first one. Devil Knight riding a nightmare. Ooh, that's fun. A Devil Knight. I think we're going to silhouette this one. We're going to silhouette this one real hard. As it must. We're doing red, blue on this one. Oh, we didn't do a color. I didn't get a. I didn't. I'll pick a color. That's just RA. And Agony Explode. Not only did it delete what I drew, it also switched my pen back to how it was 15 seconds ago. That's annoying. Sun Soul Monk has a Radiant Sunbolt, and Druid turns into an Eagle. Rules as written in 5e the Druid wild shapes. As an Eagle, can use Radiant Sunbolt from the Monk. I don't see a problem with that. Ranged spell attack. Ah, see, that might not work. Because I don't think you can cast spells while you're wild-shaped. Makes a difference. Casting a spell is an action, bonus action, or reaction depending on the spell's character. While spells may involve an attack, they are not cast as attacks. Blade Singer's extra attacks is an exception. Let's take a look at this. Nest from Earthbound the Gunslinger? Starting when you choose the tradition at level 3, you can hurl searing bolts of magical radiance. You gain a new attack option that you can use with the attack action. The special action is ranged. Spell attack with a range of 30 feet. You are proficient with it. There you go. So it's an attack. It's an attack action. So yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do that. I think it's fine. Turn into a hawk that shoots fireballs. When did you start using the Raven for your icon? 2 months or 2 ago. I tried the switch in one of my videos, so I thought it'd be funny, and then I just started making a little animation for it. And then I started using that for the YouTube shorts because I thought that was funny too. So I made a whole bunch of little puppets for it. I made this horse look like a giant dog. What have I done? The nightmare. Oh, Pixel Cat, you're fine. Please. You haven't fed me in 2 hours. I'll die. Gongus, hello, hello, welcome in. Can you guys hear him meowing in the background? Oh boy. Oh boy. You don't get fed until 3 o'clock, buddy. It's only 1:20. What else am I supposed to do? He's a whiner. People are tiny compared to horses, is what I've just realized. I've made this horse way too small. And now he's too tall.
I hate drawing horses. Horses is hard. Honestly, I don't think I need to draw the whole horse. But I like the idea of riding the nightmare. The worst part is when the druid goes dino laser explosions. There was Dino Riders. It might have been a show about dinosaurs in the future. I don't remember what that was about. Nightmare just riding a small horse, yeah. Pixel, you're fine. You're fine. I need more snacks. I need more snacks. He's so dumb. The problem with druids is that all your options are not obvious or easy to remember. What do you mean? I was having a pretty good conversation about druids the other day. And people just kind of being upset that like they don't optimize well. And I'm like, they optimize pretty good, but like you don't need to optimize them that much. Like they have tons of utility, and that's kind of their boon. Because if all you want to do is smack something real hard, like, yeah, don't just be a barbarian. Like, you can either be really tanky, you can be really supporty. Pretty good healer. I think everybody wants to do the most damage as possible, and it's like, that's not the only way to play the game. So, crave a lycanthropy druid. My issue with that is that I've run into this a few times where people being like, druids should be immune because they have like the polymorph thing where they can shift their own body, so why would they lose control and become a vampire? And it's like, that's a really good point. The way I've always looked at it is either you are immune to it, or it just gives you another thing to shapeshift into. Like if you want to shift into like a wolf, you gain like a stronger wolf form or the hybrid form, and that works just fine. Like you just use your daily shifts to do that. Radon, yeah, I didn't think about that. Jews use magic to transform. They just have a better werewolf form, since cultures in real life have werewolves that were basically druids and not the movie monsters. Yeah, so that would be going to work. No problem, Cossack. Have a good day. Yeah, what you're talking about is like I think that's where the shape changing comes from, right? Like they are shape changing into animals, whereas lycanthropy is supposed to be a curse. Like it's just a curse that turns you into something else forcefully. Which once again, like if you want to go that route, which I highly recommend, yeah, anybody can be a werewolf, because as soon as they lose control and turn into a werewolf, the DM should be controlling their character. Like that's kind of the whole point of the curse. So if you want to do that with a druid in any meaningful way, that's not just the way you would do it for anybody else, then you have to play with the fact that they already have a little bit of control, and I think they would have a better chance of controlling it compared to anybody else. So that's really all I would go with it. Derp horse. James Baxter. Go watch my werewolf video. It's good. It's good stuff. Once again, consistency and confidence. If your DM says that druids as a cursed thing for werewolves doesn't work, just ask them why, and then make sure that that's how you keep running it. Like, it's totally viable. Is Pixel just screaming in the kitchen? Yeah? You just walking around the house yelling? Please. I'm wasting away. It'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, that's the choice you want to go with. I feel if something is a curse, it should be bad. Like that's the definition of a curse. So if you want people that are just doggos, that's a totally different thing. Like it's the whole argument with the shifters and the shifter class and the shifter race, respectively. You can do that. That's fine. But if someone gets cursed, it shouldn't be like a good beneficial thing for them, because then it's a blessing or a boon. And that's different. Words have meaning. That's all I'm saying. I'm cursed with ungodly good looks. It's like, all right. Let's make that actually a curse then. Like, let's do it. What was this thing about the nightmare? It's just a black horse? Is it undead? Does it have flaming hooves? Or is it just a black horse? We'll give it some horns. Horn seems appropriate. That looks really stupid. Hold on. These get in the way of my rider. I could make it like a... what's it called? Bicorn? Is that right? The weird eyeless, multi-limbed horses. That's pretty cool. Not a nightmare, though. I mean, D&D fails because it's like it's written as a curse. So you can do whatever you want with it after that. The easiest thing I've done, which works pretty well, is just if someone wants to be a werewolf, make them take points in Blood Hunter or like a Beast Barbarian. And that's it. Werewolf done. I have the Basilisk rating with 10 people on Twitch. What? Welcome in, everybody. Let me see if I can get the Twitch thing set up. Do I have the kobolds? I thought I did. I might not. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. For some reason, sound alerts aren't working today. I'm not sure why that didn't, like, blast my eardrums out. We still have Mango stuff up from last time. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't pop up. Oh, well, welcome in. Hello, hello. Let me give you a quick shout out. Twitch has been weird on me all day, so I hope I haven't let you sit there for too long. How is your stream? I hope things are going well. Everyone on YouTube is welcome to come over to Twitch and check that out. I can also post a link to that in the YouTube, I suppose, if you'd like. Let's do that. Let's do that. YouTube might be mad at me, but I don't care. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. How's it going today? Today is the viewer suggestion. We are drawing suggestions from the viewers. We have a list of them. We have an angry cat who wants to be fed an hour early, which he will not get today. But yeah, if you have anything you'd like to share in on the Twitch chat, please feel free. Pay the art tax. Otherwise, yeah, welcome in everybody. If you have a suggested D&D character you'd like to have drawn, please let me know and I will add it to the list. Other than that, I'm Rookzer0 and a Doodle, and we make derpy horses. Because why not? Doing great. I designed a creature by combining existing animals, and then I plan on fleshing them out in the future streams. Nice. That's really cool. That is really cool. Yeah, if you'd like to share any of those, feel free. If not, that's all right. If you need to go take care of yourself post-stream, get some food, take a break, totally get that. No problem at all. I do appreciate your raid. Thank you very much. And yeah, feel free to drop suggestions for characters. What have we done today? We've done quite a bit.
We're working on this nightmare right now. Before that, we did Shadow Moon Elf. We did a Metal Minotaur. That one was fun. And then some kind of fish ranger that I kind of got into the weeds with. And then a tiny snake kobold. That was the other one we did. So, yeah. And I think I'm about doodled out on this guy. I'm not really sure what else to do here. Whenever I start drawing derpy eyes on stuff, that usually means that I'm like, my brain is shutting off. So, ooh, okay, we have a link. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, that looks really cool. I like that. I like the... is that a puffin whale? Is that what I'm looking at? With the little puffin beak? I like that a lot. I'm guessing a leopard cow? No. Well, it's got the spots. It's got like the leopard jaguar spots. But it also has like a... more of a dog snout. I'm going to guess leopard cow. I like the crab. The crab is great. These look really cool. These look really cool. Puffin dolphin. Okay. Nice. A cow jaguar. Okay. Coral crab, and then an amalgamation of several animals. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Yeah, I really like that. Looks like a snow leopard, yeah. When you said suggestions, is it more vague stuff like Moon Elf Samurai or Centaur Fey Wandering Ranger, or more specific stuff like references and stuff? Yeah, so it's just simple. One sentence is usually what we do. Give you one sentence, just like the race and class of the thing you want me to draw. It doesn't have to be from D&D, but it should be something like tabletop RPG related. So, yeah. And then we have a whole list of them. So, I have the basilisk. Thank you again for sharing that. I appreciate that. It looks really cool. If anyone else, if you haven't checked out the channel, I'd highly recommend doing that. I posted a link on YouTube as well as Twitch. And yeah, very awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you again for the raid. Yeah, I hope to see them when they're finished. That'll be really cool. See how their anatomy works? Yeah, that would be fun. That's a cool project. I like that. I like that idea. I was supposed to make this a nightmare, like a knight riding a nightmare horse. So I wanted to do something very silhouette-y, and it just got weird. It just got weird on me. It got weird and silly. You know what he needs? He needs a cape. That's what we're missing. We're missing some capage. So let's get... Let's get some capes in there. That looks way worse. That looks way worse than whatever I was doing before. There we go. Aggie is it's kind of chunky. Kind of chunky at times. So we will come back in and just clean this up. It is a pretty derp horse, though. Can I suggest a Dragonborn Berserker? Sure. Yeah, I'll put it on the list. Do you have a type of Dragonborn you prefer? Like type of dragon to base that off of? Dragonborn Rune Knight with ties to a Leviathan. Yeah, I'll put that on the list too. White dragon? Alright, we'll do that. For the Dragonborn Berserker. Cool. Aggie is very chunky at times, but it's very fun to use. Yeah, I really like it. Especially like when we get other people like Druid, and Druid will join me and draw on here from time to time. And yeah, we tend to do that. So I do like doing some collabs using Aggie. It seems to work out pretty well for that. All right, I'm gonna move on from this one. I'm in the weeds now. I'm just scribbling. So let's go ahead and roll the dice for the next one. Let's see. We're doing a red. We're doing a red pen this time. End that poll and start another one up. Roll some dice. I rolled a 5. Let's see what we got on here now. I'm rolling really low today. A female wood elf, Oath of the Ancients, paladin, outlander, holy symbol is a small glass figure of an elephant. Okay. It's like a elephantine? How do you say that? Elephant-based paladin. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. I like that. For the types of dragonborn, bronze dragonborn, since bronze dragons are more coastal ocean based, I think. I draw a skittle and I don't know, X Bajoli. XJ Poli? I'll have to check them out. I haven't seen their stuff. Skittle's great. I love hanging out with Skittles chats. I should set up more drawing times with people. I think that would be really fun. Maybe I should do that next year. We'll start doing like more collab drawings. If you're ever interested in drawing on our Wednesday or Friday streams for the suggestions, you're very welcome to join us. Just let us know and we can set you up in Discord to join in. Very welcome. Where am I? What am I doing here? Oh, I needed to change it. You wanted a bronze dragonborn for the room night. That's what I was updating. Bronze dragonborn. Okay. And now we need to draw a wood elf. A wood elf. Oh, and I gotta set up a new poll. So many things. So many things to do. Oh, no, you two now? Yeah. If both cats are hungry, I assume that means I need to feed them. But it's only 2 o'clock. You two want food early? Why do you want food early? Oh, my. Oh, my. The orange cat's now just staring from across the room like, how dare you? How dare you, other cat? I'll probably better go feed him there. If both cats are hungry, I'll go feed them. You win. You win this time, cats. Okay. Cats have been fed. Let's do this. Here we go. Oath of the Ancients, Elephant, Paladin. I'm going to do something like a battle skirt here. I think that'll be pretty good. They're learning and adapting? Yeah. They do that. I kind of want to get like big old elephant tusks. But I'm not sure where to put them. I'm a big fan of... Should we do a helmet? Which one is the Oath of Ancients? What do they get? I always forget. I feel like they're the one I like.
Maybe on the shoulder pads? That could be cool.
Ancients is the nature ones that gets resistance to magic. Oh, okay. Mammoth tusk neck cape with the tusk facing forward.
That could work. That could work. Kind of want to do something like a high collared. I was trying to do 3/4, but I might just do a side profile now that I'm looking at it. Maybe it's just maybe it's just one big tusk, like on this arm. That could be kind of cool. Maybe it's a few. Try something like that. I almost want to do something a little more maybe gothic, like really, really dark eyeliner or like harsh tones, kind of frame the face up. What is this?
What is happening here? Lo-fi love story.
I made a whole bunch of rice balls yesterday, or the day before. And I brought some over to my friend's house, and their cat ate them. I was like, oh no. So I might have to make more. I might have to make more tonight. What kind of weapon do you think? An Oath of the Ancients Mammoth Paladin would have. Could just have more tusks. Big club. That'd be kind of interesting. Kind of like the idea that she just carries them with her.
Not that she like uses them in any way. She just has to carry them with her, like a remembrance thing. Beat up chipped greatsword. It could make her really strong. Like if she's carrying around mammoth tusks, she could be super beef. What? You just ate. You want treats? It's time for post-dinner snack, apparently.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness.
You're getting to be such a chunky boy again. Such a chunky cat. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Here you go. Tuna fish. Cheese stick. Okay. Skip Cat's over there. Skip Cat? There we go. Skip Cat is over there just snorting up tuna fish flakes. As you do. Sorry, this peer got called into a meeting. Yeah, no problem. Welcome back. Thank you for the posture check. It looks like she's got an eye patch. That's not what I want. I'm digging this idea. Anybody have any games they're playing this week? My Garan investigator got pretty beat up a time or two ago. Now I've got to talk to a city captain to make sure I'm not going to get arrested. For honor, yeah. Fortunately, the campaign I joined is taking this week off. I play an Oni-born Artificer Rogue. That sounds fun. But on Saturday, my other group is going to continue our Diablo campaign. Oh, that's really fun. We have a Diablo-based character. Adria is in one of our campaigns that we're playing in right now. And she's slowly giving out wishes to the people in this town, and we have to figure out why. We've had to deal with some of the backlash to that. So, Cody, welcome in. Picked up Rogue Trader and haven't been able to stop. Interesting. Was that a new game? Is that a roguelike or something? Picked up Rogue Trader. I'll have to look that up. Entered a tournament a while ago. Oh, and For Honor? I played For Honor when it came out until like the first expansion came out, and then I stopped. Paladin Sorcerer ASMR. Nice. That sounds fun. This is the point when somebody tells me that the Oath of Ancients Paladin can't wear armor, and I just go like, no. I don't care. Don't care. This sword's too big. It's by Owlcat, the people who made Pathfinder games. And Warhammer 40k. Nice. Okay. Owlcat makes good games. Oh, Twitch just disconnected. That was weird. It is 2 o'clock. I think we can probably keep going. I think I can probably do one more today. We usually go till about 2 o'clock, but we'll keep going till 3. We'll try to go till 3 today. Then I gotta go work on some video stuff. We haven't drawn any Krampuses today. We usually do that for viewer subscriptions and bits and stuff today. This month. She's like Thor in Oakenshield, but she uses mammoth horns. Tusks. Last game in D&D, I ran into a goblin who had a crystal ball.
I need healing.
Rolled a d20 and went to land or something happened, and my character talked trash and rolled 18 and got 15,000 experience. That's not good. I haven't played D&D in a while. I think I might play a Tabaxi next time. Nice. Drink your water. Thank you, Atomic. Did Studio Ghibli just come out with a new movie or a new game? I feel like there was some kind of game that just came out that Studio Ghibli made. Maybe not. Maybe it was a movie. It might have been one of those Instagram commercials where it's like, it's Studio Ghibli and Dark Souls made a game together. It's like, stop it. Stop what you're doing. Alright, I kind of love her. I think I might have to use this character in one of my campaigns. Just covered in mammoth tusks. I might need like one more big one, like over here, just curved and weird looking. And then all of these would just be plates. Maybe some scale between. Famous for movies, yeah. Drawing rusted and chipped is kind of just time consuming and unnecessary. Like, I can do that. But, like, it's not going to read as well as if, like, spending the time to actually draw in all that. You either have to get really, really broken, like really big chips, and then it just starts looking like it's made out of rocks. This doesn't read, and I don't know, it just doesn't look like anything, so. Put more over here. No one attacks me from this side. Oh, yeah, it's a cool idea. It's a cool concept. Just airbrush the creases? I'm just going to go to the next drawing. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's see what we got going on here. An 8. The most evil witch ever. That's all it says. The most evil witch ever. I can't tell if this is like a... Like, do we just draw Maleficent, whatever her name is? Or do we draw like a derpy witch? Because that would be funny too. What denotes an evil witch? Do we make her beautiful or like super ugly? Which is more evil? I kind of want to do like, yeah, I want to do like an evil, like witch queen. That sounds pretty awesome. So maybe we'll go very tall. And in Disney classic style, we're just gonna go like very angular. I gotta give her the hat. She's gotta have a witch hat. Wouldn't be very witchy without the hat. Should we do demon horns? When you hit the cap on how to be evil, you gotta go for the demon compacts. Like, that's just how you do it. It just gets more and more sinister as you go.
doesn't look evil enough. What if instead of like a wizard hat, she's got like a crown? Crowns work pretty good too. Oh, could she have both? Could she have a witch hat and a crown? Kind of want to draw Agarthoa. Sexy lady on top, skeleton on the bottom. Okay, we're going to do some levitating hair here. She's so evil she doesn't follow the laws of physics. She just do whatever she wants. Do you go to school for art, or is this kind of natural for you? This is a culmination of lots and lots of decades of doing different things. So yeah, I do have an art degree. I have an architecture degree, but character art is something that I just do, that I like doing. So lots and lots of practicing. So both. I did go to art school, but not for this. And anything really like natural talent is a lot of just spending years of practicing. You too can do this. Might take a while, but you can get there. Tried myself to learn, but my patience also gets thin. Yeah, if you have trouble, like if you get bored while drawing, you might just be doing either the wrong type of drawing or the wrong medium. Those are always some things you can kind of experiment with quite a bit. I really, really hate drawing landscapes and like still life. I just hate it. There are points when I kind of need to do some of that stuff for practicing, but there's ways to find ways to make it interesting. I really enjoy painting landscapes, but it's tedious to get that set up, so I don't do it very often. Photography is another one. Like, I really love photography, but it's tedious, and so I tend to get bored and not practice it. So really, it's just finding the thing that you're really interested in.
Necromancy! Breaking all the laws, exactly. I have an adventure where they draw these characters as themselves and then a lich from, like, a playing card. Did I read that wrong, Atomic? I have an adventure where they draw these characters as themselves and then a lich form, like a playing card. Okay, so they have, like a lich form and a normal form on either side of the card? Is that what you're talking about? Glamour seems to be a good metaphor for evil being concerned with vanity. I think vanity is pretty good. I do photography as kind of a side job, so I'm connecting the dots. Yeah. I love photography, and I just don't have the patience to like really find it. So I don't do a lot of photography, but like I'll do it kind of passively as a side hobby thing. And so with drawing, it's the opposite. Like I love drawing characters, and so if I can, do that as a job, that's kind of how I make most of my money. But I used to work for the university as a texture artist. So I would make textures and 3D models and skin them and rig them and stuff. And I hated doing that, but it was a job. Right? And now that I'm like off doing my own thing, it's like, you know what? I don't have to do that anymore. And so I don't. So like being good at something and like finding things that you like, they can all be in the same field, but a lot of the time motivation is just finding the thing that you really like doing. And sometimes it's even as fine-tuned as like, I really like drawing portraits, portrait style views, like from the side. And man, I can do that forever. I can just do that all day and not get bored with it. And so it's just like, yeah, even within drawing, there's different types of drawing that I really enjoy and don't enjoy. I think we gotta give her big old like Loki horns. Maybe this hand is skeletal? That could be pretty cool. That fits into my Urgathoa. Pardon. You got that. Like the royalty cards. First play of the adventure has the cleric, alchemist, and druid. The second half of their chapter flips the cards and has a lich. Interesting. Do a flip. Uh-oh. Atomic, we've been over this before. I can't flip. I can't flip while I'm in Aki, which is bad. So I don't know how to do that. I can flip it, but you won't notice the flip. Is that applicable? Do you want me to flip my own canvas? Because I can't flip the
Oh, wait. No. There was a way to do it. How do I do that? This button? Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, that works. We'll do that. I got it. I figured it out. I feel like we need more tentacles. Just like dark, inky blackness somewhere. Your hair is kind of whippy. Maybe that's enough. But, there's a move called Bone Shaker in Pathfinder, and it is like one of the most evil spells I can think of. Like, heat metal can be used evilly, but like Bone Shaker is just designed to be messed up. Like, you can either animate a skeleton with it, or if the skeleton's still in a person, just like huck them around a little bit. She needs Rasputin energy vibes. Yeah, a little bit. I'm not sure how or where to add that. When in doubt, more tattoos. Just arcane runes. All the way down to body. Oh, I'm a little ghost. I'm gonna put another one over here. Ooh, this one seems to be happy. He's like, yeah, I'm coming back from the dead. All right. I think that's all I got. I got on that one. Let's do one more, and then we're probably going to call it for the day. 7. Man, I did not roll high today. I don't know if I rolled above a 10. I think I rolled a 13 once. Nature deity based on a killer whale who incorporating killer whale aesthetics. Or incorporating a killer whale aesthetic. Nature deity, huh? Okay. Okay, last one is going to be blue. Blue. She's taking the hips, ain't she? Of course. Just had an idea. I'm gonna use the blue here and kind of start incorporating a few more little details here.
Just want to get some like random chains. Maybe they come over here and wrap around the ghosts. Ghost chains! Okay. Killer whale. Killer whale deity, huh? I don't want to just make like King Shark or Shamu or whatever the hell that character's name is. Boss Whale? Is that right? Killer King? Something like that? I think we might go Breath of the Wild style and do like a head mantle. My pan is too big. My spoon is too big. Killer whales have a black spot or a white spot for their eyes. I think it's white. The mother of whales. Yep, I think my brain is fried. I think we've done it. I think we've hit the point where my brain is just no longer working. Looks like totem or umbral armor. Yeah, I like that idea. Just get swallowed by a whale, like that's the whole. Boo. Boo. Killer whales can kill sharks. That's terrifying. I mean, there's a lot of different types of sharks, but... Do like a big puffy top half here. Getting like a goddess of the ocean vibe that I want to try to capture. Get a little seaweed on here. I wish I could have this as a mini, actually. It feels like it would be cool to have an Orca Shaman in the shackles leading like a... Gozra? I don't know. Gozra's cult? Which one's that? What's that do? This would be a pretty cool character to actually like fully sketch out. Have somebody do a 3D model of. Gozray, dualistic god of nature, god of the storms and sky. Okay. Also god of the waves and surf. Interesting. That sounds pretty cool.
I don't know what's happened to my pen here. Oh, my pencil changed. There we go.
Hello. You know how many original jokes have been made because my initials are okay?
I could imagine that.
Okay. I think I'm about done for the day. It's 2:40. My brain's kind of burning out. Probably go make some lunch. Work on the video a little bit. We'll get back to these on Friday. We'll be back on Friday at 11 o'clock, like we were today. So if your stuff didn't get drawn today, that's okay. We'll get you drawn on Friday, hopefully. Guys, Dice Gods willing. Yeah, thanks for hanging out today, everybody. It was fun. Good suggestions, good little talks. I feel like there's a whole bunch more that could go into this. We are doing the commission sale, so if you would like to get a commission this week or next week, please feel free to contact me directly on Discord. There's a link down below. Do you have any house rules you use when you think I possibly should? Lots of them, but once again, I would look at all the rules, see how your game's going, and then talk about what works best for your party. That's going to be the easiest way, because then everybody has the same reference. So don't worry about homebrew until after the game starts, and then when you run into something that's like, oh, that doesn't feel right, that's when you add homebrew. Yeah. Really wouldn't worry about homebrew rules until you start playing and figure out what you like. If there's something you really want to fiddle with, I'd look at like hero points. Hero points are really good. Inspiration's really good. Those are kind of in the book, but they're like optional. I've done a video on hero points, on how I use them. You can go check that out. Yeah, that's about it. Boom. That's all I got. Unknown Eldritch. Looks cool. Loves the headpiece. Thank you. Thanks for the stream. We'll see you Friday. Sounds good. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll fall asleep. So I'm going to go take a quick break and start getting some work done. Let's see if there's anybody to raid on YouTube or Twitch. And we'll go from there. Bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Pirate Software is live. Do people want to go see Pirate Software? Sure, let's do it. All right. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone.